At the beginning of the film, James Bond gets essentially some time away from being James Bond. I think he says it lends some perspective, which is nice. As an actor, how important is that time away from being James Bond? What kind of perspective does it lend for you?
I think you've got to you get away from the business as much as you can. I'm very lucky. I work a lot and I get, and that's, wonderful. But you have to get some perspective on life. Because the movie business is as wonderful and as great as it is not real life. It's kind of this sort of you're in the circus, and you've got to kind of go and experience a bit of the real world sometimes.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm obviously not on the same level with you, but even doing the junkets, I just have to go out with my buddies sometime.
You got to do it. You got to go and break it and have some real people around you telling you that you ain't as clever as you think you are.
My friends do that a lot.
Yeah, it's good to have good friends.
Exactly, absolutely, absolutely. Now, obviously, Skyfall is a big deal. It's the 50th anniversary, and over 50 years, there have been a lot of traditions that have worked themselves into the Bond series. Which tradition were you most excited to still kind of hold on to, and which tradition were you glad to be able to get rid of?
It's kind of a complicated one, because I felt with Casino that we had to kind of wipe the slate a bit, and not that I didn't like the jokes and the campiness in the previous Bonds, but I felt like we needed to deserve them. I know it sounds like I'm kind of easy for me to say that I had a master plan, but I kind of had a plan that we had to do that, and then we could begin again. And it really, for me, I'm so happy and proud, and it's down to Sam and the writers and everybody, but there's a lightness of touch in this that we've been able to bring in, which just means that we can joke and they're not gags, they're kind of tension release, right. And that really is that kind of, that we take it seriously, but we don't take it that seriously.
Right, the appropriate amount of seriousness.
Yeah, exactly.
I grew up with the other Bond films, and they're getting to a point where it's just kind of ridiculous, and not just say bad things.
They're great in their own way, right. But I just wanted, for me, was that I wanted to be able to kind of own that myself.
Absolutely. Now, James Bond has a lot of indirect perks of being James Bond. He gets the suits, he gets the women, he gets the cars. As the actor who plays James Bond, what is the best indirect perk that you get?
God, there's many. There's many. I get a huge benefits about playing this part, and I love doing it. I mean, there aren't that many opportunities to make movies of this size. Never mind movies of this size that are Bond movies. I mean, that's obviously a very rare thing to do. And I just count myself very lucky. It's a really good gig.
Absolutely, I'm sure. No, but one of the reasons I love this movie so much is it's the first time we've ever seen James Bond. I think they call it lose a step, where he's not on his game, not quite. Has there ever been a moment in your career where you thought, like, I'm losing a step a little bit?
So many times.
Oh, yeah?
Countless times. It's always happening. It's a rocky road. Life is a rocky road, and careers are, no one has it's never you're never always going up. You kind of, it's ups and downs, and that's the way life is. And I think, with the Bond character, I've always gone back to the Flemings, and they're very, he's very conflicted in those books, and I love that. It's a weird job to do. I mean, he's an assassin.
Absolutely.
Let's not forget that.
Absolutely. Well, you capture it perfectly, and like I said, this is my favorite Bond of all time. Always an honor to talk to you, my friend.
Thanks.
Take care. Good to see you, sir.